Chimoj is my name, and I represent Enugu North and South Federal Constituency. I'm from Enugu State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this House notes that Nigeria is a signatory to the Maputo Declaration of 2003 on agriculture by the Conference of Heads of States and Governments of African Union in respect of Comprehensive African Agricultural Development Program, CAADP, which projected a minimum annual productivity of 6% growth rate. This House is also aware that Nigeria also signed the CAADP/ECOWAP Compact in October 2010 and finalized its National Agriculture Investment Plan, NAIP, in 2011. This House notes that prison farms across Nigeria form part of the Comprehensive National Agriculture Investment Plan, from where productivity can grow above 6% annually. This House realizes that out of about 56,785 prison inmates in the country, about 17,775 are convicts, leaving about 39,010 inmates on their waiting trial list. And this category of inmates cannot be engaged in farming activities, but partake in the limited allocations to the prison service. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this House is also aware that 10% of the convicts are on death row and cannot be released for any domestic engagement in view of security considerations and international standard requirements. We're concerned that the prison service no longer obtains farm produce since prison farms became moribund, a situation that is making it impossible to cater for the inmates only from the budgetary allocations, and a fact that has been compounded by the current economic recession. This House believes that recurring incidents of jailbreaks across the country, which have led to the death of over 40 prison staff, may not be unconnected with scarcity of food in the prisons, thus giving vent to the essential requirement for the resuscitation of prison farms to help in addressing the problems of hunger in the prisons. Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues, this House resolves to urge the Federal Government of Agriculture to ensure compliance with the relevant African Union instruments and plans towards the attainment and increased productivity within the expected threshold. Urge the Federal Ministry of Interior and the Nigerian Prison Service to resuscitate the prison farms as a means of reducing extreme hunger in the prisons across the nation. Mandate the Committee on Agricultural Production and Services to assess the level of compliance with the African Union instruments, targeting food security and comprehensive productivity, and report back to the House within 6 weeks for further legislative action. And finally, to also mandate the Committee on Interior to ensure compliance within the demand for resuscitation of prison farms and report back to the House within 6 weeks for further legislative action. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Mr. Speaker, the main reason for this motion, because I believe that the motion is in line with the policy directive of the present administration of our president and his team on economic diversification. These African Union instruments, such as the CAADP in 2003 and the Economic Committee of West African Agriculture Plan, ECOWAP, in 2010, including the National Agriculture Investment Plan in 2011, these are major thrusts for agricultural productivity and food production. And I believe that the moribund state of our prison farms across the nation, if they are resuscitated, there will be growth in our food productivity and agricultural boosts also. So instead of going on and on, it's so clear what we are here. If we resolve on this, what we are about to achieve. What we actually about to achieve is to resuscitate the farms And we all know that it's a very sure way to begin the process of increase in annual food production. So, Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues, even what the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, what they are set to achieve, especially the fight against hunger, disease, extreme poverty, if we achieve this, it's going to encourage food security and make sure that all these things that the SDG want to achieve will be achieved in no long time. So, Mr. Speaker, we know that with the slim budgetary allocations and ever-increasing population of prison inmates in our country, an alternative means of food is urgently required that is different from the foreign aids that we used to get, and also is going to stabilize our nation's sovereignty. So, Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues, I urge you all to please consider this motion and pass it, because it's going to help our nation in terms of food production. Thank you very much.
Last contributor will be Honorable Namobi.
Thank you, Mr.